Oh, dirty first person intro whip. Okay guys, we are back with some more MX versus ATV Legends, and today we are checking out 2024 RedBud. Now, every track this year has had an extra added bonus event, right? Well, for RedBud, I thought maybe it would be freestyle because we have this big area I'm going to show you over here. But when you race it, they put the vehicles and the parking over here. So I thought maybe they'd put a bunch of jumps there the way they did with the High Point, the new High Point free ride area, but they didn't. And these tracks were here. Now, I haven't rode the track yet, but they were here. This is the pit bike track. And the extra added bonus event is 2024 RedBud pit bike track. Now, we don't have pit bikes in the game. We know they're going to be coming. We don't know when, but this is in, I would assume, preparation for the pit bikes, which will be really cool. We have this track. We have one free ride one at High Point, and then we have the Sleigh Ground pit bike 110 track. So this is the extra bonus event. I'm going to ride it using the 450. Probably should use the 125, but just going to use the 450 and check it out. Maybe they redid it, kind of. I don't know. I don't really remember it. We're just going to see what it has to offer. The 450 will be way too much for this track, but like I said, we don't have 110s or 50s or whatever. So pretty cool. This is similar to what they did with the Fox Raceway, 2024 Fox Raceway, where we had the vet track raceable in the game. It's a really cool event. It just, I mean, it would have been awesome to have the pit bikes at this point so we could race them on this track, right? So it's still cool. Let's check it out, see what it's about. Okay, here we go. 2024 RedBud pit bike track. Gonna give it a look here. See what it's about. See if it's different whatsoever. Now, the 450, way too much of a bike. You know, try and hit it the way you would with the 110. We're not, I mean, we could full send and probably jump most of that entire section. Way over jump here, but you know, this is how it will be with the 110s when we get them. So I mean, this is really, really cool. So far it feels virtually the same. It just would have been way cooler if it came out with the update for the pit bikes. I mean, we know we're getting them, but we don't know when. So you know how some of these replica tracks release with an update? And I know it's not, I mean, it's just the way it works, but it would have been cool if this track, RedBud, came out with the 110s, the pit bike. So it's still really cool. It reminds me of kind of what they did with the Fox Raceway vet track. You know, we had this track, but it wasn't raceable. So now when we get the pit bikes, this should be raceable. I mean, even in multiplayer, right? So that actually could be pretty fun. Now, this part here with these rollers and this raised inside corner, that might be a bit different. Now, I want to check out the 2023 RedBud pit bike track. Again, this was always here, but it wasn't raceable. So, see if the track is the same. That first part felt a bit different. This is a bit different too. They added a jump in there, maybe spaced it out a bit more. This is the same. That's not exactly the same. I'm pretty sure they added a jump in front of that table. That is the same. The whoops are the same. This appears to be the same. This is different. They added the rollers and then the inside raised corner. And then this is the same. Okay, since we're at 2023 RedBud, let's just do a track comparison. So 2023 RedBud here. Now this track had some pretty major changes to the layout last year at the very end. We'll get to that. And then MX vs ATV had to go in and add this big double before the triple. It wasn't here when the track first came out, but then they added it. So we have this double into the triple. And then the rest of the track is virtually unchanged. Maybe some minor adjustments, but for the most part, unchanged. So just gonna have to kind of wait until we get to the very end. But I don't really expect 2024 RedBud to have a lot of changes on it. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's gonna have a ton, but I don't expect to see a bunch of differences with it. Now, here at the end, we hit this completely different, and basically completely different order. So we go straight, we hit the leap, which is no joke huge. Just right. No preload. And then we hit the table, which would have been second. So we hit this the same, just from, the corner is a bit different. And then we hit this, which we used to hit this first, but now we hit it last. So yeah, I mean, RedBud 2023 had some pretty major changes to it. We'll just jumping off track here. We'll have to jump over into 2024 and see what that track is like. Okay, 2024 RedBud, what do we got? The start is different. They moved it back to the way it was the year before, I believe. We've seen it there before, but they changed the start. This is all pretty much the same. Don't notice any difference there. Same here. Now, do they have the big yeah, they do. Was curious if they would keep the big double going into the big triple. And then this is all usually the same. I mean, MX vs ATV has changed the ruts in years past from MX vs ATV All Out and now Legends, but the layout is the same. We always have this table here. The big change was, last year was the end of the track. Curious if this is the way it was last year. It appears to be the same. Hitting the leap first. Get a preload. I didn't feel like I'd get it otherwise. That jump is huge. Then we hit the table. Over jump. Into this part. So the track is virtually the same. Maybe that table. Is this table a bit bigger? A bit longer? But for the most part, it's the same as it was in 2023. Alright, I'm going to try and do one better. Try and get one better. I feel like I can do better. Maybe you didn't even see the first one. Maybe you did. I don't know. Try and round out the corners here. Looks cool. Might not be as fast, but looks cool. Kind of messed that one up. Ooh. We still get this? Oh yeah, easy. Over jump. Round out the outside. Jump way down the hill. Oh, get into that rut. Let's go. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool, actually. We might even try to throw a whip. Might. Over this table. Right here. Here we go. Try and whip. That wasn't very good, but I tried. Maybe we'll try it again. Get the leap just right. That is so fun. That jump is so sick. Try and whip here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, that was kind of cool, but we overjumped and went off track. Overall, you know, that was okay. It was okay. Not fast, but overall, okay. There you go.